Well, good afternoon. So, it is afternoon because I woke up late this morning because I chose to sabotage myself last night. Um, I said that I was going to go through this journey with you guys. So, this is what it looks like. I look like shit this morning. I feel like shit. And I actually prepared for the binge that I did last night, which really sucks because I know that it feels good with the idea of wanting to do it because of the sensation that I get, although that I know that the end result is disappointment and it gets me nowhere. So I don't even know. I don't know why I do it except for the fact that I feel better after well, just the planning part of it and everything. My eating disorder, it did not come into play last night. I didn't trigger it all except for the binge part. And when I talk about my eating disorder, I have what they call orthorexia with a side of bulimia is what I call it. So anyways, I started with bulimia when I was 14 years old, and it was a way of binging and then feeling overly stuffed and purging, and I could feel better about it because it was a control. And that started because I was in a relationship that was really was controlling, and he was quite a bit older than I was, and so I was put in a situation where I didn't have a lot of control. So it really started with bulimia, and then my orthorexia started as I became older and became a health coach. I developed orthorexia, which is basically known as a health food junkie. I learned a lot about health and food, and so I became obsessed with how far food came to get to the grocery store, what it felt like, the type of soil that it was in, organic versus non-organic, were pesticides used on it, frozen before, those types of things. So as I started to tell you yesterday or 2 days ago about the egg situation and the smell, it really started with the way that it felt in my hand. If the outer shell felt really unusual to me, it starts there. My mind starts becoming obsessive about it, and I know that it's probably not an organic egg. And I don't know what happens with the chickens, if they're caged all day, if they're free range. All these obsessive thoughts kind of go in through my head. So it starts there, and then I decide that I am going to not like the food. So orthorexia, part of it was I love to cook. I love to cook healthy foods. I became gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and I can explain later on through this journey why those choices were made. But I basically became fearful of food. So there was lots of different things that gives us reason to be. However, we do need to pick our poison. So it became down to that I couldn't eat my food even though it was healthy because I kind of made it. So I would binge and purge on unhealthy foods, and don't ask me why, but there was some psychological crap that goes on in my head that makes it happen. So even though that I only have small elements of what goes on in my head today, with the help of some medications, I still have some tendencies and some triggers that I try to control. So last night's binge was planned, and I give myself lots of reasons why I can do it. Again, most of it's okay, I'll start again tomorrow. So starting again today. Of course, I started on the right track, feel good about starting on the right track, have a positive attitude. However, I have to let go quicker about the binge the night before. So no purging was done. I basically went to sleep and didn't wake up until almost noon today. And that really sucks because my whole day is gone, and I like to be a morning person and accomplish a lot today. So anyways, anybody who's watching, I really do hope you join me in my journey, because I would like to have you watch how the transformation happens from where I'm at, being overweight, and having been healthy at one point and then doing the yo-yo part of it. I don't want just to be the one that you see the end result and not the journey going through. So hopefully I get more followers and questions start to be asked. I am pretty open to answering questions, giving my personal information, as well as answering questions. I am a health coach, and also have Western medicine side. So anyways, here's another day of my journey. Thanks for watching.